Hello and welcome to a Fanime Podcast. I'm Evan.
I'm Funny Jay.
I'm Marinia.
And I'm Kisaka.
So, what have y'all been up to the last few weeks?
I graduated college. Yippee whippy.
Nice. Slow clap.
Making more stuff for Fanime. I'm working.
It is graduation season.
Working
now,
at a job. Yeah, it is.
Well, for a few people anyway, since college is like, you only graduate from college like pretty much once. Most people anyway.
Yeah.
But then there are all the kids in high school. I called you kids, lol. But, then there are all the people in high school that technically you're not kids if you're graduating high school, but yeah, they're going to be free all summer, presumably. Free to work on the Fanimes and create episodes for us and things.
That'd be fantastic. Yeah, but I've noticed just the people that I know, at least in Fanime, have been less active, probably because of finals and the school year coming to a close. But I think I heard that actually, strangely enough, that there aren't a whole lot more episodes that come out in the summer than every other time of the year. And I don't know why that is. It's really weird.
Yeah, I don't think like very many more episodes are usually released in summer, but a lot more people are just active in general community stuff, so it's still pretty cool regardless.
Oh, cool.
I suppose it also gives people time to make up for lost time during the end of the school year where they had to focus on finals and stuff.
It all evens out.
But for us people with like jobs and stuff, it's just another month. Like it's no different. It's just warmer. It's just like
Yeah.
Well, at least that'll increase the chances of MEPs getting done.
Maybe.
Wink.
Increase it from 1% to 2%.
Maybe it'll go up to 2.1%. I feel so bad because there are so many MEPs that I never finished, and it's like I can't even talk about MEPs not getting finished because like they're somewhere I'm part of the reason they're not finished.
Same.
It's like you go into an MEP and you're like, oh yeah, it's only 8 seconds. I can do that in no time, and you just never do.
Like, you go overboard with it. I know one of the ones I'm still working on, I was like, it's just like 8 seconds. I'll make it look really cool.
Yeah.
And then making it really cool took way longer than I expected. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've always felt like MMPs are such a risky thing to delve into.
Investment.
Because, yeah, you have to rely on everyone else to get their part done in order to get the whole thing done. And, like, chances are that you'll get a handful of people who forget about it. It just seems so doubtful to get it all together.
Well, it's really stressful to like run that because you have to like, find replacements or you have to keep trying to contact people.
Looks at ground.
Yeah. MEPs. Hey Reno, weren't you gonna make an MEP like last year?
I was thinking about it, but I really don't have the time to run one. It seems like a really big time sink for the people that run it because, like you said, they have to run around and find replacements and get up people's butts, like, to get it finished because people forget and whatever. What?
Nothing. Keep going.
What?
No.
But yeah, no, I kind of lost my. Oh, okay, Evan. I kind of lost my zeal for making one. Just after kind of seeing a lot of them fizzle out, and myself also just having trouble keeping up with my own parts. So.
Yeah.
One thing, though, that makes me happy is that Missy seems to be trying a solution to this by making a sort of MAP-like thing where everyone only has to do a few frames. That way, you know, you can't overdo the animation. You might actually be able to get everything done. But you still have to rely on everyone to remember to do it. So, I don't know. We'll see how that turns
I
out.
think I remember seeing that post, but like, was it just like gonna be kind of a picture video, like a slideshow type thing, or?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Good solution, I'd say.
That's kind of like to MAPs what the motion comic style is to Fanime in general.
Yeah.
Well, Cassie has ones like that where it's not required to have animation, and I mean she gets a lot of MAPs done, so
That would be pretty cool though. I could see that being very interesting. Just like, and it would get done, so you would actually be able to see it.
Yeah.
That'd be kinda
Yeah.
nice. Remember the last like major Fanimator MAP from like, I think it only released in 2012 or something, but it had been started in like 2009.
Oh yeah.
yes,
It's got like every Fanime in it from the olden days.
Yeah.
yes. Is that the what is it? The Cartoon Heroes song
Heroes, yeah.
one? Yeah. Yep. That started on Fanime too. That is
Yeah.
old.
It's like everyone that used to be active in the community pretty much was in that video.
Yeah.
It's
Makes it
like,
really feel old.
I wasn't even there, but it still feels nostalgic watching it just because, like, wow, that was so long ago now. We're coming up on 9 years for Fanime.
Wow.
Yes. That's crazy.
Kisaka, how does it feel to be here 9 years later?
You had no idea what you're getting yourself into. But just think, next year, 10 years, 10-year anniversary of Fanime.
See, I
November
think that'll be
14th.
both. It'll feel great, and at the same time, it'll feel like really weird. Like 10 years. Whoa.
10 year, you'll be able to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Tokyo Crystal Mew.
Oh, please
Goodness.
do something with Crystal Hearts. Please.
Well, I mean, let's think about this, guys. I mean, Crystal Hearts is the set date is like late 2017, so that's pretty close. It could be, you know, that could be a
No, that'll be like the 11th anniversary, and that's just weird. It'll be like the age that you were when you made it.
Oh my god.
No, see, it's already older. Oh no, wait, no, it's not. Never mind. Oh god, I don't want to think about that. That's weird though. Just think, like, when your Fanime turns 10, it's old enough to be like an annoying little child.
It's old enough to make its own Fanime.
It is though.
That's so far off for most people, though. There aren't going to be very
Yeah.
many people for a long time that can say that their Fanime is 10 years old. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the people who have those super old Fanimes, they're probably not going to come back to the
Yeah,
Fanime community.
they're like, so few of those people would even be able to say that their idea is 10 years old, but like, how many of them are going to be able to say that it still lives on in some form?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
I can't imagine. Like, I know Akuji Tavarius is supposed to still be going, so that's
Yeah.
the only one that comes to mind, really. Apart from like Fairy Fox.
Eternal.
Eternal. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Eternal. That took a really long break, though.
Yeah.
It's a pretty random thought, but I had at work probably the other week. Just like, imagine living to be over 100 years old and seeing like Fanime become 100, or just like your projects become 100. Imagine celebrating the 100th anniversary of something.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a thought that occurred to me because I heard something recently about like what the life expectancy is now, and it's supposed to be like over 100, well over 100 for people
Whoa.
born these days. So just imagine celebrating the 100th birthday of something that you did, or just a 100th birthday in general. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll be doing good to make it to like 30.
Imagine though, you're like, well, it's been 100 years. I'm going to take out all of my Cintiq that I haven't touched in 60 years, and I'm going to make a Fanime in one day.
I'll be really disappointed with technology if I'm still using a Cintiq 100 years from now.
You're just like drawing on air.
How long
That'd be
before we get
awesome.
like, you know how they're always talking about a thing that can like see inside your mind or just like visualize dreams?
Right.
Well, okay, it's just like basically how long before that just gets applied to art. It's like you can take images straight out of your mind, so it's like you can make that picture that you envision that you try to draw and you can't get it quite right. You can just like plock, there it is on a paper.
That'd be really cool, but at the same time it'd be really, really sad.
Yeah, that'd be kind of like, in a way, the death of art.
Well, I feel like there's been a lot of times in like art history where they've been like, oh, photography will be the death of art, and like things like that, you know. So I feel like that would be the same thing where at first people would be like, oh no, like art is dead, but like it would probably still come down to like some people can use it better than others, and there's still appreciation for like traditionally made things, you know.
I guess what I should say is like it would be the decline of like, well, like you said, traditional or just more standard form art. It would be a different way of expressing art.
I feel like it would open doors to like your imagination, like literally.
It would be kind of interesting though, because then something like that gives art to people that aren't necessarily good at just drawing or something like that, or photography or anything. Anyone can just like take something out of their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you could take a picture out of your mind, I imagine that there'd be no need to pay like old-fashioned artists anymore, because everyone can just make the art themselves with their brain.
Right, but you could say that about photography too. Anyone can hold a camera and take a picture, but how many people can hold a camera and take a good picture? Like, the way that some people's thoughts and mental images come up might not be, for example, like appealing to the masses or whatever, you know, like it just might not be as, what are you laughing at?
I just imagine like someone you described who doesn't have quite the right mindset just like pops out a picture and it just looks like really distorted and funny, like a child drew it. It's like, oops.
That's another criticism I was going to make. Like, I don't know how like strong the images in people's heads are. The images in your heads are kind of fuzzy. Like...
That is true, and you usually don't see a whole image in your head. You just kind of see like a few details, and you can string them together through a process of memory. But
yeah,
how much can you focus your mind on at one time?
Right.
Might require a little more skill than made out to be.
Nonetheless, it would be like much easier to animate.
Oh, hell yeah.
Don't put me out of a job, Evan. Oh, God.
Well, not everyone can envision everything properly, so yeah, something. Hopefully by then you'll be retired, like.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be an old woman.
And you're like, I made Terra Lucis.
Terra Lucis is 50 years old.
Wow, 50. How old would you be then? Jesus.
Like 60.
70, 60, I don't know.
You made it when you were like 12, didn't you?
Well, I mean, like...
I did, but nothing's come out yet.
Yeah,
so I don't
exactly,
know if
so that wouldn't count.
Well,
yeah,
you could
when things come
release
out.
2004 Terra Lucis, and there you go.
Or I could not and pretend that I never did make it, ever. So.
But you did make it once upon a December.
Shut your face! Shut your face!
While I'm annoying people, skinny tacos.
Evan! Evan! Why? I hate you. I hate you.
It's true.
Why are we friends?
Everyone watching the podcast is now confused,
Yeah.
What
Anyway.
is skinny tacos?
including me.
So, I never did ask what your guys' favorite episodes were for the last 2 weeks.
I'm gonna go with it's sort of a tie between Do You Really Love Me and Jungle Fever.
Onion Girl, episode 2. That was really cool.
Indeed.
Too.
I don't know. I never know, but I really don't know. I didn't watch Oogie Heart episode 8, so I can't choose that. I really need to watch that. I can't believe I haven't seen it yet. But
I'm disappointed.
yeah, I really liked Do You Really Love Me. I thought that was really good. I also really liked Onion Girl episode 2. But it's one of those things that ended on like a cliffhanger. So I like it in the sense that I really want to see episode 3 now. But I think Do You Really Love Me was a really good like single episode. It told a very good narrative. I'm totally okay with it. Can't wait to see episode 2 of that as well.
Yeah, I feel like it's story-wise, it's really good, especially by Fanime standards. I was immediately like really into it.
I didn't understand the wig thing though. I wonder if that like has some significance.
The wig thing? Like she just wears a wig and people like to tug off the wig because they're assholes.
I just wonder if it has any more significance than that, or if it's just she just wears a wig.
She's sick or like undergoing treatment that makes her lose hair or something like that, like cancer.
Yeah. Kind of wonder about that.
That would be sad, but
Yeah,
it would make sense.
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, one minor problem I had while watching the episode, I don't know if I would even say this is a problem, because I feel like there's good reason behind it, but some characters I had a hard time telling the difference between them, but that is like how actual people in Japan look, so, because, you know, they all actually do have black hair, they're all skinny, so, yeah.
Every single one of them.
I mean, that's my experience with Japan.
Fair, I guess. I suppose it's a little bit different from the normal, like, purple and green hair and, like, cyan.
Yeah.
Periwinkle.
That's not very realistic.
Periwinkle.
Periwinkle, the best
Periwinkle
color.
is not a color.
It is the best color.
No.
Visiting this.
Okay, I'm sorry. Periwinkle can be a color, but periwinkle cannot be the name of a color.
Why? What's wrong with periwinkle?
It's stupid.
Why is it stupid?
It's so stupid. Just say it, periwinkle.
Explain.
Can you name a stupider color than periwinkle? You can't. You can't.
Puce. Puce is a stupid color. Yes,
No,
I can.
puce is just
Puce.
disgusting, but periwinkle is dumb.
Puce is stupid.
Puce sounds so gross.
Puce sounds terrible.
What is
But
puce?
it's not stupid, it's just gross. It sounds like
That sounds awful.
it sounds like a combination of all the worst things in the world. Puce.
Yeah. Yeah.
But periwinkle is just dumb.
I disagree with your sentiment, but
I would
you're
name a
just
lawn
wrong, so
gnome
it's okay.
periwinkle. I would not name a color periwinkle. It's just stupid.
Gnome.
A lawn.
It's such a lawn gnome name, but it's not a color name. It's just not.
I think it's cute. I think it's a very cute word.
It's not
so,
cute at
I don't
all.
know.
It sounds dumb.
What's wrong with it?
It sounds so stupid. It's like if periwinkle went to school, it would not pass. Like it would be held back until it just eventually had to drop out because it's so stupid. That's how stupid periwinkle is. It's stupid.
I'm sorry you're wrong, Evan, but I can't do anything about that.
Why didn't they just call it Perry? Like Perry would be an incredible color. I would take Perry out on a date.
Wow.
One color that always bothered me, well, it's not just one color, but it's just like a set of colors in general. It's like different shades of black. And I'm like, no, if it's any lighter than black, then it's no longer black. It's dark gray, like jet black.
You got midnight black.
Twilight. Yeah, it's like, what is this? You can't have different
Pitch
shades
black.
of black.
Charcoal black.
It's
How
all
many
the
shades of
same.
periwinkle are there?
Many shades of periwinkle because it's a beautiful color.
They don't have names.
Periwinkle is one shade of stupid.
Precisely.
Oh my god. You
Think
guys
about
are
it.
terrible.
Think about it. You have a green, you have a dark green, you've got a forest green, you've got a grass green, you've got all these different kinds of greens. Blue, you've got sky blue, you've got ocean blue, you've got navy blue. How many different shades of periwinkle are there?
Periwinkle's a shade of blue.
Yeah, so why is it called periwinkle when everything else is just navy blue, ocean blue, sky blue, cyan? Cyan is kind of weird, but I can allow it.
Cerulean.
Cerulean
Teal,
at least sounds cool.
turquoise. Like, there's... Please, Evan.
Yeah, all those sound better than periwinkle. Those sound like badass names. You would not name someone periwinkle. That would be the worst name. Like,
Would you name someone Teal?
I mean, sooner than periwinkle. Teal kind of sounds like a name.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Teal is a name. Turquoise is a pretty badass name. You can call him Turk for short.
Turk. I don't know. Now I'm just completely questioning your judgment in terms of words.
I mean, you wouldn't name someone Ocean Blue or like Navy Blue, but you definitely would not name someone Periwinkle.
People name their children Ocean.
But they don't name them Ocean Blue, I mean.
Well, their first name was Ocean and the last name was Blue.
Exactly.
It would at least be a better name than Northwest, so...
It would be better name than Periwinkle. I can't think of a worse name than Periwinkle. What would you name your kid that would be more embarrassing for them than Periwinkle?
Dick.
If I named my kid Left. My last name's Right.
Oh my god, yes! Now you have to do it, Jay. When you have a child, name them Left.
No,
Be waiting.
you're gonna be bullied.
No, you have to name your kid wrong.
They're gonna start wearing a wig, and then all the other kids are gonna start tugging on their wig.
But then they fall in love or something, maybe. I don't know what happens in the next
I don't think
episode.
anyone will fall in love with someone named Wrong.
That's so sad.
Are you Mr. Right? No, I'm wrong.
Baby, if you're wrong, I don't want to be right. That's kind of more so an insult than a compliment, though, I guess. It's like, I don't want to take the name.
And this discussion is giving me jungle fever. Let's talk about jungle fever.
Oh.
Okay, Jungle Fever.
Greatest transition in history.
We're working on it. No one's seen that other video yet
That other video.
with the transitions.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I think it was made in like a little bit more than a week, which was absolutely mind-blowing to me, because this looked better than like something I could put together in a month. It was short, but I mean, considering how quickly it was made.
Yeah, so basically Jungle Fever is going to be a weekly show. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about it. It's going to be a weekly show, so I guess Frosted just kind of like got straight ahead into it and just made episode 1 already. It's not very long, but
Yeah. Not very long, but it's fun to watch.
for a weekly thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And Frosted has been wanting to like make like a fanime for like a long time, and so it's kind of exciting to see some stuff from.
Yeah, don't totally understand
and
it
it'll
yet.
be good practice.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm really confused, but it was fun to watch. Like, very
It
enjoyable.
was just such a short time frame that it doesn't really have time to explain everything yet. So,
Mhm.
which is kind of to be expected. I didn't expect it to have like really so much like pacing in each individual segment, just because like I totally expect them to be shorter. So it's kind of like each week it'll be another scene or something like that, depending on what it is. But I don't know. I still have time to be surprised.
Yep, it looks fun, so that's good.
Looks like a party.
Party.
And I'm absolutely a huge fan of like regular content, like weekly things. Especially, well, weekly is just unheard of, but that's great. You know, that's amazing. And I'm all for like things with some kind of regularity because, I mean, you all know how Fanime tends to be. It's like post an episode today, post an episode next week, post episode 3 like next year.
Yeah.
Looks at my hand.
You never posted episode 1, so
I'm sorry.
fucking burn.
Apologies.
Yeah, but there was some much needed explanation in this episode. Like, I was thinking, what's with the, why do they all look like they're part animal? And it seems like from this episode that it's just like, that's just the world, I guess. You know, it's a school filled with animal people. And some of them are domesticated and some of them are not, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember completely.
Yeah, because the girl was like a cat, basically. I suppose a house cat, and the other girl was like, lol, you're domesticated. I guess that's shameful in the Jungle Academy place. Shrug.
Yeah. Not much more to say on that because it was so short.
Yeah.
Same with Catboy Chite. That's always really
extremely short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I find it so funny every time.
It's pretty funny.
I don't understand it. Like, I understand it, but I don't understand it. I wonder, like, if it's going somewhere or if it's just going to be a joke every now and then.
I think it's just going to be the crazy mom constantly trying to make her son wear the cat suit.
Well, see, now, like the cat stuff won't come off, and he's like, oh no, I'm a cat boy. And so the plot just kind of thickens, I guess.
Maybe he'll actually turn into a cat. Because, like, he's already starting to act like one.
But then it would just be cat chite.
Cat chite.
I'm sorry, they say chate in the episode, which I found strange. Chate.
I would think chate would be C-H-A-T-E, whatever. I don't know, whatever.
I don't know. I always pronounce everything with, like, I don't know, the way I would expect it to be pronounced with Japanese sounding vowels and such, because everyone's friggin' Japanese inspired around these parts, or at least very many people. So it always confuses me when people, like, make up names or just use, I don't know, unusual sounding names and then pronounce them differently from how Japanese vowels would dictate.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like freaking super awesome draw hard crossover. I don't even think it's draw hard anymore, but I don't know.
They said it was Drihar last time.
Drihar.
Drihar.
That's right. Yeah, I think I actually did hear that, but forgot.
But that's Gaelic. I don't even know what to think about that. That's just like. I remember seeing that for the first time and just like doing a double take pretty much. It's spelled like dare thair. It's Dearthair, and there's like an accent mark in there somewhere. It's just really confusing looking to begin with, and then it's apparently pronounced Drihar. I don't understand Gaelic at all. I'm so confused by it.
That was the best part of the Fanime voice meme, was everyone trying to pronounce it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Sandor goes to school.
Sandor.
Freaking Sandor. I can't get over that.
Yeah, and Space Ranger Renell.
Terra Lucius, that came up a couple times.
I feel like I absolutely said Sandor before I like watched the show.
Oh yeah, that's a totally understandable mistake.
Oh, yeah.
The word sand is straight up in there.
Yeah, but if you've already seen it too.
But then when you watch it, he says Sandor every time. It's like Sandor goes to school. I mean, they say it like so many times throughout the show.
Yeah.
Oh, strange. People keep mispronouncing that. People are strange.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them didn't see it, because Sandor is almost non-existent on Tumblr. He is not Tumblr popular at all.
But if it's in the voice meme... Or is that just like the thing where it says pronounce these out loud or something?
Yeah, it's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of those people probably haven't watched it. Or maybe some... I don't know.
I think a lot of them didn't watch it. I mean, there's no way you wouldn't know how to pronounce his name if you've seen it. Like,
yeah.
One of them said they saw Sandor interviews once and they remembered, so...
Sandor is one of those things where I feel like it's really well known until I go and look at the videos and realize how many views they actually have. It's not nearly as many as I would think it does. I hear about it so much.
I think it's just the community, though.
Yeah, it's just popular in certain circles, but you know, go outside of those small circles, and you know, it's hardly ever mentioned.
That's a shame. More people should watch it. If you're watching this, watch Sandor Goes to School if you haven't already.
Please do.
Yeah.
And Tokyo Crystal Mew, and Gilderland Mew Mew, and Eternal Enigma right now.
Gosh,
You can go watch Lenron Twin. Not the Fanime Lenron Twin makes, like the person. Just go
literally
up to
gonna watch Lenron Twin.
Let's go watch him.
Keep your eyes on. Never know what he'll do next.
Probably make more Fanime.
Nice.
Yeah, here he's been working on a Squall of Magnol again lately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we might see an episode 2 of that sometime soon. I think he said like the next episode is roughly halfway done, or at least close to it. So yeah, episode 2 of that sometime in the near future. There are mermaids and it mer people. I don't know what they are.
Ooh.
Kind of doesn't surprise me. I don't know. The world always came off as kind of interesting and creative. Because what they're doing in the first place is already like weird as it is.
Yeah.
They're playing like some hide and go seek death game.
Yeah.
With ninjas.
I love it. I love Squall of Magnol. Very fantasy.
I'm curious to see where it'll go because it's not like it's badly explained or anything. I just don't know that much about it because it's so early in. So like I really want to know more about the world, and I'm curious to see where it's gonna go. Like what's outside of the kingdom. You know, we don't know yet, but I can't wait to find out.
Yeah. Hide and go seek death game is so weird to me because I'm just thinking like, why would you do that? What do you have to gain from that? It's just
Are you being racist? You just don't understand. I mean, come on, Jay.
What,
I mean, just because it's not
racist?
your culture.
Everyone in Squall of Magnol looks the same.
Well, fine, you're being I don't know.
Speciest.
Gosh, take it.
Oh, humans gotta stop playing them death games.
That's a good point, though. Like, why would you carry out that tradition when that could happen? Ninjas could show up and like exile you from your kingdom.
True.
That's no fun. What was it like? It was like a kingdom of kids, and the adults were like, "Lol, we're taking this back." I think.
Huh.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, same
I think
here.
it's like a game of power, almost like whoever wins the hide and seek death match gets the power. So it's like a power play between the children and the adults, sort of thing.
Power
So
play.
I guess it's beneficial for both of them because it's not beneficial for who's currently in power, but I mean, if they ever get thrown out of power, it'll be beneficial for them to do it in the future, you know, that kind of thing. So that's what it seemed like to me, at least, like a back and forth type thing.
But now they're completely exiled from the kingdom entirely, and they have no idea where they're at. So it seems like these heroes just get screwed over. Sucks to be them.
Poor baby. It does.
Or Shotas hugging each other.
Well, that's what they get for being the main characters.
Pretty much.
How dare they?
The entire ending.
Yeah, but back to the Fanime voice main that we were talking about earlier. I was thinking about maybe we could talk about on the podcast about just Fanime memes in general, and I've noticed some of them
That was a nice
don't.
transition.
Yeah. Thanks. I work hard. Thought about it for years.
I'm sorry.
But-
Ever since that one week, I just feel obligated to interrupt some transition. It's like-
Okay, so
we were talking about memes.
back to what I was talking about. I like butts. I like to touch butts. I like to poke butts with my fingers. Okay, voice memes, that's right. Some of them don't quite end up catching on. And I was wondering, what are your guys' opinions on, like, what ends up making the Fanime memes work and what doesn't, I guess? Like, one
Easy
pattern
to
that I've
make.
noticed.
Oh,
Easy to make,
absolutely. It has to
yeah.
be extremely easy. Like, part of spreading mini popcorn box was just telling people, just make 3 frames. Like, it only has to be 3 frames. Just as a recent example, I think that was the last, well, apart from Naoko's music and, like, the voice meme, mini popcorn box was the last, like, actual animated meme in the Fanime community.
They had one that, like, TT did, though.
Was
The Go-Go.
Oh, yeah.
Did people do that though? I feel like I only saw
It
2
did.
of those.
Two other people did
I
it.
feel like 2 videos doesn't make it a meme. Like,
Right. And see, that's where my problem comes in because, like, the definition of meme isn't necessarily, it's not supposed to be, like, on purpose.
right.
And, like, that's where, like, I have my opinions and I'm like, I feel like it's kind of weird to call it a Fanime meme.
Well, I'll be the first to say mini popcorn box was forced. I forced the hell out of that. A lot of people don't know the story about Mini Popcorn Box.
See, but you didn't call it a meme at first, right?
Oh, I did. The whole point was that it
okay.
was going to be a meme. I told you it was forced. It was contrived. The whole thing was engineered to be what it was, and it worked.
It became an actual meme, though, once people outside of the circle started to do it, though.
I had someone comment on that video a few days ago saying they might do one. And I was just like, LOL. That's so last year. Get with the times.
But, like, once people start doing it outside of that, then it's an actual meme.
But it was a forced meme, though.
Right, it was.
Forced that
it started as one. It grew into more, though. Like, as soon as other places start taking from it and don't realize it's forced, like, you didn't ask them to do it, then it's not really a forced meme anymore.
So what you're saying is it's not a forced meme if they don't know that it's a forced meme.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess. Fair enough. I mean, there are plenty of, like, other internet memes that were forced. But...
Very true.
Yeah, a lot of times I just see someone, like, on various forums just be like, hey, let's start a meme, and I'm just looking at it thinking, no, this isn't gonna work.
There were a few people that did that after Mini Popcorn Box took off.
Yeah.
On Creative Studio, they're just like, hey guys, let's make another meme. Because, like, I made a thread about Mini Popcorn Box on Creative Studio where I posted all the Mini Popcorn Box videos. And I guess some people, like, misunderstood that as, like, oh, Creative Studio is the meme factory of the Fanime community. And so they tried to, like, make their own, and no one did them. There was one that someone did, and, like, they didn't even make the meme. They just...
They tried to make a meme out of somebody else's video.
Yeah, and they're like, let's make this a meme. And then they didn't even do it. And no one else did.
That was just really weird.
That was pretty funny.
Well, I didn't feel like the idea was necessarily terrible in itself, but I feel like just everyone was doing Mini Popcorn Box, and they didn't feel like doing something similar at that point. So everyone was, they're just kind of done with it. I feel like a meme kind of only works once. Like a certain style of meme, I guess. Like with Naoka Listens To, I think someone else tried to start a similar meme with their own music thing, but it just didn't catch on, and I think that's the reason. People just don't want to do the same thing twice.
There are so many Naoko memes, though. Like,
yeah, I'm surprised they caught on.
Anything remotely similar to that does not need to exist because there's so many.
Yeah. I'm surprised I caught on as much as it did, because I don't think that was forced at all, really. They didn't even tell people to.
No, it was really like one person that mainly did most of them. I think one person made more of those memes than everyone else combined.
Yeah. But still, before they made the second one, it still caught on.
Yeah, it definitely caught on.
Yeah, people did make some, but then it got out of hand, and it was like every video was like 5 minutes long. There's like 100 songs in it. And I'm just like, okay, I'm honestly, I don't want to watch that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was a list of the songs in the Naoka meme on Tumblr, and that list is like 10 pages long. It's insane.
There's so many songs. It's like, it's one of those things where it's only funny the first time.
Yeah.
It really didn't work after so many.
Well, yeah, because if somebody wants to go and watch the memes, because, hopping between other people making the memes is, a common thing, but if they look at the other videos and they see that each of them are, 7 to, 11 minutes long, that defeats, the whole rewatchability. And, the interest. It's just like, oh, do I really want to spend that much time watching that?
And, the impact wears off, because it's like,
true,
okay,
yeah.
he's going to sit down, he's going to say,
tiresome.
I wonder what kind of music he's listening to, and it's going to play some silly song that is kind of funny, and then he's going to do it again, 10 more times in this video. It's like, it doesn't really work too many times in a row.
I'm gonna be honest, I watched the first one of that. I'm sorry, and I didn't watch any others afterwards because, like you said, it was funny the first time, and then it kind of got very lengthy.
I think the first one was the only one that I watched all the way through, and the rest I just kind of started them, and I was like, okay, this is the same thing. There's no reason to watch this. But yeah, as for what makes a good meme, I would say something that can be that you can be more creative with.
Oh yeah.
Cause it's like even with things like just the simple old school memes where it's just a little bit of a dance, you can kind of mix it up in some ways, or it'll be a different character that you're drawing, and I don't know. It's just seeing it done in someone else's style adds new appeal to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I don't want to be the killjoy or whatnot. I guess that's not the right word I'm looking for, but I don't want to rain on somebody's parade, but like, I don't know, like, I guess Fanime memes are okay, but I don't know, I don't know, I still can't get over the fact calling it a meme is kind of like defeating the definition.
Yeah, it's a different kind of meme for sure, but I don't know like what else people would call them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
but it's made for the purpose of other people doing it, so.
well, not all of them. See, a lot of the time it would just be like, okay, let's make Buri Hamachi, and they would make that, and then someone else would make it, and they would just call it that. But then, how do you refer to all of those videos with one word?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just an easier way to refer to it, I suppose. And it kind of like took a new form. Meme as a word has mutated slightly.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, but even though a lot of the Nehuko voice memes tend to be really long, but you guys should watch Corey's. Like that one's really short, but I find it so.
I did
fun.
watch that one.
Yeah, that one's worth it. I forgot what her YouTube username was.
Melancholic Doves.
Melancholic Doves, that's what it was. Yeah. Guys, go check out Melancholic Doves. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Rate 5 stars.
And like, I'm not gonna recommend my own, because mine is really long, but not because I chose a whole bunch of songs, but because like half of it is domestic violence. Just Naoko listening to domestic violence. It's really weird.
Oh. That sounds terrible.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I didn't know that.
Maybe I should have watched
No,
that whole video.
Naoko.
Right, yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
I watched like Tenchi's. I don't remember.
Tenchi's isn't bad. It's good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. Anywho, let's not talk about memes.
Let's
Well.
talk about the flower power.
Flower power.
We're gonna slap the blue off of his butt and then slap it until it's black and paint it with black. It was something like that. And I was like, what the hell?
Right. No, I think the quote was, I'm gonna beat his butt blue and then beat his butt black and then I'm gonna beat the black off his butt and then take that black and beat him black again.
Yeah.
Flower power. Never cease to amuse. That was a really long episode though.
It
was so
was.
long.
Yeah, I couldn't understand most of the characters, unfortunately. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, they're hard to hear at times.
It was mostly about the one character who's like, so you can't really like, understand her
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah.
And didn't say something about Christmas, and I was just like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And it was a boob gun, and
The boob gun.
And the butt cat. Oh, the butt cat is so weird.
I'm not sure it's really a butt, but alright.
I don't think it's a
It's a
butt.
pussycat.
But yeah, it is a pussycat.
Yeah, okay, let's go
Well.
with that pussycat. And there was like that one line that was like so dark. It's like, what should we do to Chris Harry? Something along those lines. And then someone was like, we should trap him in a room for 3 months and starve him. And then another person suggested that they should like have him a slave and whip him if he misbehaves. And I'm like, I don't know if these are the good guys here.
they already stabbed him like 500 times in the first episode. So.
And it even confused me more. They grabbed out like a rule book for moral guidelines, and they were like, "Oh, we can't attack him if he doesn't cause trouble."
Make vengeance, yeah.
Apparently, you can stab him 500 times for trying to grab a ring or something. I don't understand their moral guidelines. And then, like, the girl will question whether they're the good guys or the bad guys, and I'm like, I feel like it's pretty obvious you're the bad guys.
I think Chris Harry is one of my favorite antagonists, though, in a Fanime. I don't know why. Just something about him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He's just there, and he's evil. And he knows exactly what he wants to do, and he's like, "I'll kill you." And you're just like, "No, it's Christmas." And he's like, "Next time." And then he gets stabbed like 20 million times, and somehow survives. Just puts a Band-Aid on it.
He survived it. He's pretty badass, I gotta say.
He got stabbed a lot.
He really did.
Yeah, Chris Harry. I mean, he has clear motive to hate the Flower Power team.
Yeah, can't blame him.
So,
No?
that makes him a pretty good Fanime villain by Fanime standards.
He did blow up their hideout.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he did. Or manga.
Or Yaoi.
Yeah.
Not the Yaoi.
My Yaoi!
Yeah, the voice so good.
Imagine if he just died in the first episode and that was the end of the whole series.
I thought that's how it was going to play out.
It's gonna go too.
I didn't even know he was a villain at first. He didn't seem like a villain.
Yeah, I thought he was part of the team, but then
He just kind
later
of
was
walks
just-
in.
yeah.
How did they even know each other? Like, she already knew his name and everything.
She already knew that he should have been aborted, apparently. She knew a lot
Oh
of
my
it.
god.
She's a flower power. She knows these things.
And what's with the flower people in the opening? Is that ever going to be a thing, I wonder? Like, they're like plant people.
I don't know, maybe that's their flower power. I have no clue.
Did no one watch the opening? They're like, yeah.
I.
It's been there since episode 1. They're these weird plant people.
Oh right. Yeah, I don't.
I haven't watched that since the first episode.
I don't know if it's even worth speculating about flower power, to be honest, because I feel like it's gonna, like, no matter what, it's not gonna do anything you expect it to.
Yeah. I don't think the Pussycat's ever going to be explained. I don't think a lot of things are going to be explained.
I think some of those things are just self-explanatory. That's just.
Explain the pussycat then, Kisaka, please.
It explains itself. That's what she was just saying.
Exactly. I don't need to.
The Pussycat was just like, huh, my pussy doesn't belong here.
I was trying to remain ambiguous with it. But okay, straight to the point.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate.
Oh my god.
Wait, I said ambiguous. That means the opposite of what I was trying to say. Ambiguous sounds like such a mysterious word, but it means like blatant.
No? Does?
Doesn't it?
I thought it meant like mysterious or
I
like
don't think so.
vague.
I think
Yeah.
it means just like. Does it?
It means of doubtful and uncertain nature,
Okay,
difficult.
good. I was
Yep.
right the first time.
You're
I should've
good.
got
Yep,
myself.
your English is good, Evan. Yay.
Yeah, see, I'm Evan. I do the good English. Periwinkle is stupid.
God damn it, no, back to this again.
He brought it back, not me.
You know what? Let's just screw the podcast altogether. We're going to make this into Periwinkle debate.
Periwinkle podcast.
Clunk clunk. Order in the court.
I stand by my point. You can't name a stupider sounding color than periwinkle. Puce is just
I agree to
disgusting.
disagree with you.
I agree that you're wrong.
No, that's not. No.
That's exactly the case. Carmine is a pretty dumb color too.
I know someone whose last name is Carmine, so I disagree with
It's a
you.
cool sounding name. It's kind of dumb for a color.
I can't argue too
Well, how
much.
do we get? What else do we have to talk about?
Damn
about
it.
Colors? Like colorful ways to die, maybe. Hey.
Oh.
yeah. No.
Wow, great transition, Evan.
I don't know why I brought that up. I really don't have anything to say about it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, oh, you could have brought up Into the Stars or something.
I haven't seen all of Into the Stars, actually.
This comes out with episodes so fast. It's understandable that you want to be caught up.
I watched the first 3, and I'm a little confused. Like, I don't really know what's going on.
Oh, it's sort of like it's like a club in the school for magical girls, and they fight evil people. It's kind of straightforward, I think. That's my understanding of the story. If I'm wrong, then I'm going to feel stupid.
And they go to, like, Desu Sugoi High School or whatever. Like, Desu Kawaii High School.
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just watched episode 1 today.
Well, it does not seem to me like a troll fanime.
That was one of the earliest, like, things shown, so it doesn't set the great expectation.
Yeah.
I suspect some trolling.
No, I think it's just not the best named school, but
It might have just been a joke. I don't know. Like I said, I
yeah.
haven't watched the rest of it yet.
Well, I watched. I'll cut up. I think I watched episode 7.
What are your thoughts?
Well, it sounds like from the voice acting, it sounds like it's made by a little kid, but it's pretty. But if it is made by a little kid, it's pretty good for a little kid, I think. And I like that it's not just Tokyo Mew Mew with different characters or just Sailor Moon with different characters. It's actually like kind of trying to be its own thing. That's much appreciated. And like there was one scene in particular that I kind of liked where the villain was just like waiting for the girl to transform and waiting for the girl to do her attack. And she's like, you know what, I'm bored of waiting. I'm just gonna leave. And I was like, yeah, that's what I would do if I were a villain in a magical girl show. I'd just be like, screw this. Transformation takes forever.
Can't argue there.
Just like that red-haired villain girl.
Alright, we talked about Onion Girl last week. Otherwise, are there any, like, episode things you guys would like to mention? Shrug. Before we talk about Periwinkle being stupid again. It's still stupid. It's still stupid, but anyway.
Whatever.
Not as stupid as Oogie Heart, but it is.
I didn't watch it yet. I'm so disappointed in myself. I know Jesus is there, and Jesus marries them. Like, I kind of skimmed through it, but I didn't watch it.
Same.
That sounds beautiful. Oh my gosh.
It was majestic.
Oh boy.
30 seconds that I watched.
Imagine getting married in heaven by Jesus. Like, I can't imagine a better.
You know, it sounds great, but when you put Oogie Heart next to it, it's suddenly not so great.
Well, it wouldn't be heaven without Oogie Heart.
Oh my god.
Well, it'd be heaven without Nubbles-chan. And Oogie.
Songs about energy drinks.
Oogie Heaven.
Yes. I'm convinced that if I go to hell, I will be hearing those songs as I descend, just Oogie Heart songs on loop.
As you descend.
All the way down.
And then, like, the elevator, like, stops on the way down.
Who says it's an elevator?
No. Hear me out.
Elevator is too pleasant, I feel like.
No, because you're hearing these terrible songs. And, like, imagine that it's also, like, it's a glass elevator, so you're, like, just seeing, like, you go past, like, all this rubble, all this...
I feel like a descent into hell would be a lot more violent.
And then, like, no, because it's building up to it. So, like, you just go down, and, you know, you're hearing these songs, and they just get worse and worse and worse. And, like, it starts getting more distorted, and then finally, like, the lights just shut off, and, like, you just feel the entire thing jolt to a stop.
The door's open, and there he is. Oogie Satan.
Oogie Satan!
You just scared the Jesus into me, thank you. BRB going to church.
The worst part about it is that Oogie Satan is Periwinkle. Oh no.
Only in Evan's personal hell. In mine,
true.
he's Puce.
I said the color is fine. It's the name of the color is stupid. The color is okay. It's just dumb to call it Periwinkle.
Well then, Periwinkle's Oogie Satan likes to talk about how Periwinkle he is. There we go. And how it's the best named color.
Dad's favorite.
Oogie Heart sings a song about Periwinkle. That would be hell.
I'm gonna go, you know what, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna talk to the creators and I'm going to see if I can commission them to...
You should not do that.
I should.
Nice!
Was
You
there
should
another
not-
Fanime that had really bad music? I feel like there is one. I keep wanting to mention it, but I don't know what I'm trying to mention.
Kwaisulu.
Oh.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Oh!
Shots fired.
I was thinking more along the lines of Tokyo Crystal Mew looks at remix CD.
That's the best CD ever. Please.
Best.
Wow, this is
There's
the burn
someone inside of me.
now.
Bass drops.
God. Oh man, get like a dubstep remix.
Do
There's
it.
someone inside of me.
Oh my god, yes.
I'd pay money for that.
Would you?
You can pay Tenchi, he'll make it happen.
He did make a
Just make
remix
dubstep.
of the Toya remix.
Can't remix a remix. That's a remix.
He does it all the time. He has like remixes. Like it gets
Oh.
ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of things being redone, there's Distorted Reality, which seems like it's going to be redone. So there was like,
It's being called something different now, but yeah,
Yeah.
it is being redone.
saw the old episode one. I don't remember it that well because I think it was just super short and it was just like switching from one character to another really rapidly.
Yeah, it was just kind of like what had been finished, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like any kind of complete thing. Like doesn't even play all the way through. But what was it? What was the remake called? I gotta find.
Yeah, I guess it would have all been tied in together if the whole episode was finished.
Yeah. I didn't realize Tenchi was in that though.
Oh yeah,
see,
that was like one of the first things he ever auditioned for. Maybe the first, I'm not sure. Potentially, feel free to leave a
The random
comment.
thing I
but,
noticed about it was just like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Now
it's
I know
funny
what it
because
means.
like Tenchi's voicing a character that looks the same as him in real life except with longer hair.
It was meant to be, clearly.
Yeah. Tenchi is Nate in real life.
whoa.
Makes sense.
I might even like tell him to try to cosplay Nate just because it'd be so easy for him.
Put on a school uniform.
Be awesome.
Just grows hair all long. Can you imagine Tenchi with long hair?
That'd be.
No.
It'd be pretty weird.
It would be weird.
It'll be very weird.
He's always had like the same hair throughout his whole life, I think. Never really changed it much. Never really any need to.
Mm-hmm.
True.
But yeah, I do want to see like I've been looking forward to the first episode of Distorted Reality for a while. I'm excited for that, but now it's hard to tell when it will come out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be Distorted Reality anymore. I forgot what it's going to be called.
I thought I had it in the notes, but I don't. So I just don't know. I'm sorry, Irma.
Ermagerd. I can't resist the temptation of making that joke every time. I'm a
Or sperms. Yeah. Let's bring some old memes.
Old memes. Oh gosh,
Have
freaking
another
meme
meme
more on Fanime Rehab. Oh, I wish I was there because I feel like I could have won that meme more.
I've been like kind of weighing if I should mention it or not, but now that we've mentioned it, I guess I'll just very briefly explain the meme more. So, Fanime Rehab, basically the Fanime Skype group, it's got like 70 people in it or something. And a few days ago, we just had a quote-unquote meme war where it was really just 4 people that were participating, and we were just naming as many memes as we could without repeating any, or trying not to anyway, and then calling people losers whenever they did. And the only reason I even want to bring this up is because it just surprised me how many memes there actually are.
Oh yeah, memes have gotten out of
Right.
hand.
There used to be just like a few of them. It used to be like maybe under 20 memes back in my day. But now, there were several hundred in that conversation. I was like, how is this a thing? How do I even know all of these?
That's the real question.
I recognized so many of them. I was just like, why do I know about this? This is terrible. But there were some that I didn't know, so I'm proud of that at least. I didn't know all the memes. I'm not a meme lord. I'm not a memer.
A meme lord.
Kind of memer.
Fanime.
Fanime.
I feel like I'm gonna regret saying. I know I'm gonna regret saying this, but I'm surprised there's no meme Fanime. Like,
There was gonna be one. There was one announced on Tumblr.
why does that not exist yet? I feel like that would exist. I feel like
Stop
Peggy would have
pushing
made that
this
by
idea.
now. Like meme Fanime.
Don't give them ideas.
It's just like all
No,
the
yeah.
classic
I've been
memes
dreading
are
these.
characters. Like you got Trollface, you've got like fucking Forever
Oh,
Alone. And they just like I don't know. They do meme stuff. What do memes do? I don't know. Where do memes go when they die?
Stupid. They be stupid.
Memes
They go to
do-
hell. That's where memes belong.
With meme Satan.
Meme Satan.
Oh gosh, and I thought Oogie Heart Satan was bad.
I know.
Oogie Satan was pretty bad. Meme Satan is like a whole new level.
The thing is, there's a lot of
Right.
there's a lot of fanimes that I'm like, why doesn't this exist? But the thing is, every person has to commit to one fanime, and there's not like a immense number of
What?
animators, I guess. It's
No,
Or you could be me and commit to like 10.
Yeah, about to say they can't just commit to one. I mean, come on.
oh, yeah, Giselle has
Whoa.
like 7 maybe. I don't know,
Sure,
a lot
yeah.
by now.
What? Wait, what? What are you looking at me for?
Nothing.
What?
Just talking about how 2004 trailers just is the best.
And should be released on Blu-ray today.
Yeah.
Jesus
Right now.
Christ! Oh my god.
I want to see it
I'm gonna
remastered
move.
in like 1080p. No,
Same.
2K. I want to see it in 4K. Sorry, 4K. I want to see it remastered. HD.
I'm stabbing you, Evan. I'm stabbing you.
I'm gonna blow up your apartment. Oh, you're yowing.
At least, like, Aluna isn't whimpering in Yaoi.
What? Oh my god! Kisaka, stop! Oh my god.
No, everyone on this podcast is offended, except for me.
Yeah, well, Saunders' pants are stupid.
What? Excuse me?
I always thought he wore a robe. I didn't realize it was actually pants.
It's supposed to be like robe pants.
What are robe pants?
Robe band.
It's just the robe pants. They're just really baggy pants.
I want some robe pants.
They
They
would
seem
make
like
that
they'd be
thing.
comfy.
Imagine if you had half robe pants.
Oh my god.
What do you mean half?
Well, half
Like-
pants, but they're also robe
The upper half is
pants.
robe and the lower half is pants, so that you kind of have to like walk.
No,
with
no,
your
no, no, no. Just
knees
full on
in.
half pants. Like you only have one leg.
Oh,
You guys don't remember half pants?
I do not.
You need to get
I remember
schooled on your
half
rehab
pants.
memes. Fanime Rehab basically has its own memes. Half pants. When I can't remember any of them. Half pants when you only shaved one leg.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
Yep.
long silence, because that's the end of that topic. Let's move on to another
There's nothing to
topic.
say about half pants.
Like, I went from like, all right, let's talk about not memes, and we just went right back to memes.
Different kind of meme though. Different kind of meme. It's like
Different
it's more
kind of
specific.
Still meme.
Fanime Rehab memes are their own category of terrible.
Oh gosh.
I like make good.
I like make good, yes. That one's pretty good. Oh.
That one was good when no one knew it was me, because they were so confused.
Yes.
I didn't know it was you. I never heard that.
I forgot it was me. Well, no, Maxine opened like applications a while ago to help with some like tennis project she was gonna make a while ago, and I don't know what's even going on with that. I haven't heard anything about it in a long time, but they were just applications through some kind of like Google submission thing. And so I filled one out, and I just answered every single like question with "I like make good," and she was so confused.
So good.
So like
She was
me
just like,
good.
"Yeah, someone just filled out every question with "I like make good."
I'd like to imagine Evan just like muted his mic and started laughing.
I was laughing so hard. And it also had like these other little multiple choice questions where it was like on a scale of 1 to like 5, how good are you at certain things? So it'd be like drawing and storyboarding stuff, and I just rated everything like the maximum. Like I like being good.
Clearly, that's a reliable application. You gotta hire that person right away.
I don't think I got a part.
Oh.
I wonder why.
Aw.
That's too bad.
Must have been full.
Just wasn't enough room.
So, did you guys see the Mew Lost episode?
Yeah, I liked it.
I watched part of
I
it.
saw it, but I didn't watch all of it. Admittedly, it's another one of those things on the list. Like, I'm so behind on everything right now. I need to go back and watch so much, but yeah, I didn't watch it. I'm going to.
Well, yeah, Mew Lost episode. I felt like it was one of the few dramas in Fanime for me that actually made me, I don't know, feel something, I guess. Because a lot of Fanime just don't get far enough to really get to the emotional part. But this one was sort of quick and to the point. I don't know, it was just really nice, I guess. Good artwork. Not a whole lot of animation, but didn't need a whole lot of animation.
Yeah.
And no coloring. Again, not really necessary. You got the story across.
Yeah.
Yeah. And good voice acting, too.
Yeah.
That's also important.
Not a whole lot else to say about that one. I mean,
See,
it's
now
good.
I really need to go and watch all of it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I only watched part of it, so now I feel really bad because it sounds really good.
Yeah, now I'm curious. More so than I was before.
Yeah, it's like this girl, she's like, I don't fully understand the whole situation, but she's texting on her cell phone, and then she's like, oh, this person would never understand. They would never understand like my dad did. And most of the episode is just a flashback of like her as a kid crying, and then her dad cheers her up by saying something along the lines of, oh, your mom just saw it differently than you did, about breaking some plate. Thought it was actually a really nice speech. It's a nice.
It was her mom that was texting her. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, it was her
that would
mom.
explain a lot. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to see a good speech after. I've been watching this anime called Log Horizon recently, and like the speeches will last an entire episode, and the speeches I don't really like them, and it's like this was a nice change, I guess. But yeah, I do like Log Horizon though, for those who are wondering.
Yes.
But you liked the dad speech.
I like all dad speeches. I like Toy's dad's speech. I like Tsura's dad's speech.
There's a theme
Is there
here.
another
Dad
dad speech?
speeches and...
No, that's all I could think of off the top of my head. Like, Kisaka made these, like, Toys Dead business cards at OhioCon that had, like, the whole speech on the back of the card. And, like, Tenchi was thinking about doing the same thing with Mr. Oda, because Mr. Oda also has a really long speech about, like, his ridiculous backstory.
Still my idea.
Like 10 of those cards.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with them. I just have them.
I still have them all
I
on my
have them
wallet.
at my desk at work. Mine are
See-
hanging on my bulletin board.
See, I missed a really golden opportunity lately because my parents own a comic book shop. And I was at my parents' comic book shop for free comic book day just the other weekend, and I had like several dad business cards in my wallet, and I have a little business card like slot area, and I meant to put them there, but I completely forgot, and I feel horrible. I missed such a golden
that would've been
opportunity.
great.
The best part is that it doesn't even link anywhere. Like, there's no information on it. So all you can do is read it and just go, what? Like,
Exactly.
That's the best part.
Like, just imagine if like they thought it was weird or wacky or stupid enough, and they just kept it in their wallet for a long time.
you should make some real Fanime business cards, though, and put them in your parents' shop. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know what I would like specifically advertise though.
Everything.
Commissions. Commission for periwinkle colored character.
Advertise toys and cereal.
buy toys and cereal. Just flip it around and it's just the link to like my YouTube. That's it. Clearly the best
doesn't even have toys
advertising.
and cereal on it.
I change everything about my channel.
The channel is named Toys and Cereal.
You know what? That actually brings me to another thing that I'm not going to dwell on for too long. I'm really mad. Like, YouTube, well, I guess it's worth bringing up. YouTube is so limiting when it comes to, you know, what kind of content you can upload, especially when it comes to copyrighted content. And I figured out just the other day that 3 parts of TCM episodes that I have up on the official TCM episode or TCM YouTube channel are all blocked worldwide.
Oh.
Seriously?
No one can view them now. And that makes me really mad.
I feel like something happened recently because a lot of people's stuff just got blocked recently, and it's stuff that wasn't blocked before. Yeah, Coco's Sweet, and there was something else that also got taken down and had to be re-uploaded. I don't remember what it was, but oh yeah, Dimensions episode 1.
Oh right.
Oh yeah.
And like, that's just, it's really infuriating. Like, I understand what YouTube has to do and what YouTube does do, but it's just so limiting, especially to something so harmless as, you know, just like...
Yeah, it's kind of pointless when you're not making money off of it. I don't understand how they can just, like, tear everything down when you're not profiting off of it. It's non-profit. But that's just YouTube's stupid policies, I guess, and there you have it.
But imagine, though, like, I mean, obviously not everybody's going to have their own original content for music, because A, that's just not possible, it's not feasible, not everybody can do it themselves, and secondly, people get inspiration off of songs, so they're going to use them. But if it gets to the point where we can no longer, like, YouTube is just super, you know, even more strict than it is now, what platform will we have to go to?
Good question.
I feel like I've said this before, but Tumblr is terrible for playing videos, but I feel like a lot of people would go there just because they're already there. And even though its video functionality is bad, it has video functionality, so...
But the only problem is like, its shareability is ultimately destroyed.
Yeah, it's a very awkward platform for stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then there are things like Vimeo and,
Vimeo's a little strict about stuff like that, though, because they have the music identification stuff, too.
You can just post everything on Nico Video.
You could.
A lot of stuff's already on Nico Video. People just take things off YouTube, Fanime things especially, and post them on Nico Video so that all the Japanese people can talk shit about them.
Yep, they do.
And they do.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't think like that YouTube would remove it if you had voices playing over it and the song only plays for like 5 seconds, but apparently, you know, they'll remove anything.
Yeah, if they catch it, or if they have their people or whatever who go off and like, because they have the music identification system, which automatically scans like every single YouTube video or whatever upon uploading and processing to make sure it doesn't have any copyrighted songs in it. And then there's like I guess this part is like they'll just have people who will go off and especially you know, look at videos that already have content ID matches and see if there's any other songs in there, and that's where like they get like the blocks and stuff from. But I don't understand why.
But I guess going back to what you asked before, if YouTube gets more strict, people just won't use copyrighted music anymore. They'll be forced to go for royalty-free stuff or make their own, or have someone make it for them. So I don't think people would leave YouTube because it's just too well established at this point.
Right. The only downside with using strictly royalty-free, though, is we already come onto the problem that we watch one Fanime and we watch the next Fanime, same exact music.
Yeah, I think that mainly comes from people only going to a few sources for royalty-free music. What a lot of people don't realize is that you can get it all over the place. There are plenty of people that just make music on their own and they'll post it on YouTube or something like that, and they'll say, hey, it's royalty-free, you can use it. So if you really search for more music instead of just going to the popular sources, you can find some pretty good, unique stuff that no one else is using. Or, again, you can just get someone to make it for you, or find a way to make it yourself.
Yeah, for those watching the podcast, if you ever need someone to make music for you, you can ask Tenchi Hanka. He's always willing.
Yep.
Yeah, but there was this one time where Google Plus was fused in with YouTube, and people got completely outraged, and they were like, "Oh, we got to use a new platform. Let's get everyone to move." And obviously, that didn't work. It's too late now. People aren't going to move from YouTube, I think.
Yeah, they would have to do something really bad. I don't know what they could possibly do to make people leave YouTube at this point, to be honest.
Yeah.
True.
After Google Plus, like, that was probably the worst thing they could do, and they've already done that. So people have pretty much just accepted their fate that YouTube is going to suck and there's nothing they can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't want to go anywhere else, because nowhere else is quite the same.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not as established. It doesn't already have a base of people who visit it already.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. It's a shame.
It is. YouTube they basically have a monopoly as far as, like, video uploading sites go, because there are other ones that you can name, but they're not nearly as big.
Mm-hmm.
And so YouTube
definitely.
can pretty much do whatever they want, because, as we've said, no one's going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Not to
Yeah.
mention, YouTube has a payment system too, so the people who are making money off of it, there are so many benefits to what they're doing, so they're not going to switch to another site. So people stay there on YouTube because that's where they're getting their content.
And if that's where the content is at, that's where the people will also be at.
Right. And also, like, just there's so much money behind YouTube. Like, they have the best lawyers, they have the best programmers. Like, even if someone wanted to make their... Because I've seen a lot of, like, orchestrated efforts on, like, Reddit and things, like, getting programmers and whatever to try and make a site that mimics YouTube without the restrictions. But it just comes down to, like, they don't have the funds to be able to pull off what YouTube can, unfortunately.
The amount of servers you need is just absurd. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know the exact statistic, but it's so many thousands of hours of content that are uploaded every minute to YouTube. The amount of server space required for all that, like, I don't even know how they do it. It would be hard to keep up with for them, but...
Mm-hmm. The amount of server space, and it never really goes down. Like,
right. It's like the videos don't go away. They're just there, so you constantly just need more room.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have some kind of really good funding like YouTube would have, you just can't compete.
Yeah, people will just post like hours and hours of content, and like these videos will just get no views, and I'm just kind of sitting there thinking, what was the point of maybe posting the video if you're not even going to watch it yourself? Like, it doesn't have one view.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have one view.
Yeah. Maybe they watched it before they uploaded it.
Yeah, but then there's no point in uploading it. They don't share it or anything.
True.
Right, and then what if it glitches when it uploads? I mean, they'll never know. Maybe that's why it has 0 views. Because, it was corrupted and nobody could view it anyway because it was broken.
I think a lot of people, though, with YouTube, especially in situations like this, they post things and they expect people to find it. They don't really realize that it doesn't work like that anymore. You really have to, like, find the people. They're not going to find your video on their own.
Right. I think stuff like that can be said about lots of things too, especially like when you're searching for voice actors. You can't just make a single Tumblr post. You can't just make a YouTube video. You have to
Thank you.
go out there.
Yes, I see a lot of posts lately, especially where people are saying that they can't find voice actors, but then I'm like, but I didn't even see like a casting call or anything.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just kind of about like putting yourself out there and finding the right sources. Otherwise, like, I don't know, that seems to be a very common like complaint I've been seeing nowadays, and it kind of confuses me.
Right. And I think it was Yusa that reblogged the Fanime Confessions that you're referring to about it, that like Yusa didn't really know anybody, and Yusa got over 200 auditions.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like, if that's true and they really don't have any connections with anybody else, like, it's possible. I mean, I've gotten some really good voice actors on Behind the Voice Actors for when I put it up, and it's been up for like less than 2 weeks, and I already have over 60 auditions.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I put up my Terra Lucis casting call, like the Fanime community did not really live at that point. So like I didn't talk to anyone. It was just Voice Acting Alliance, which was there before behind the voice actors, and yeah, just putting it out there is how I got all my auditions.
Yeah, it's just about like, I don't know, just putting it out there. You can't expect it to be found unless you make it available for others to see. Like, not everybody's just going to go to YouTube. Not everybody's just going to go on a specific tag on Tumblr.
Right.
Yeah, and one thing that helps a lot is just getting to know the Fanime community before doing your casting call, just talking to people. I mean, it's not necessary, but it helps to actually know people, because then if they're your friend, they're more likely to audition for whatever you're making.
That, or if you get to know people and you get to talking to them and you get in any Skype calls, if you like their voice, bam. You don't even have to, like, hold an audition. You can just be like, can you voice this character? And there you go.
Yeah. That's what I prefer to do, honestly.
It's a lot easier. Plus, you know them personally and you know if they're gonna, like, keep deadlines or not.
Oh, yeah, and you know if they've got an attitude problem if you know them well enough.
Versus, like, random people. I mean, not to say that they won't do a good job. I mean, they're human just like everybody else. You just happen to know them not as well.
Well, I'm going to completely change the topic because I'm a butt. I was I was thinking that I kind of recently, like, Fanime has grown to a point where there's a lot of Fanime videos that aren't necessarily Fanime episodes anymore. Like, we've already talked about Tenchi's Fanime Theories video in a previous podcast, I think. But one thing that I want to see come back is, like, Fanime Top 10s, or maybe, like, Fanime Reviews, or, like, I've always wanted to see Fanimator interviews become a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the interviews.
Because, like, you never really... Well, like, with anime, for example, you can look into, like, you know, everyone who works on it, and you can learn all about it. But with Fanimators, it's like, the information on them is not really there. You don't really know anything about the person, and you can't find that information anywhere. So,
Right.
Indeed. I will say, though, interrupting you completely, like always, because that's how the podcast works, and I'm just terrible about that. I don't know. I will say that I have been loosely planning for a long time now to do Fanime interviews through Fanime Update and just post them on the channel. I thought for a while that I would just kind of like combine that into the podcast, but I think I would just want to do them standalone interviews. And I know some other people are also talking about making an interview show. I don't know how that's going because I have no part of it. I just know that it might be a thing at some point. So, yeah, interviews sound like something that's going to show up eventually.
Yes, that would be great. I'd like to see those.
And the biggest problem I've like really run into with interviews, it's not even like finding people or anything like that, because I know so many people that would be willing to do it and have even said they would be willing to do it. It's just thinking about what questions to ask them.
Oh, yeah. Enough to take up a decent block of time, that is.
I don't want to ask everyone the exact same questions, but there are some things, like, I don't know.
There are probably sort of a few questions that you would want to ask all of them, like, what's your favorite Fanime?
Right.
You know, what type of stuff do you like, and what's inspired you to start, or whatever. But yeah, and one common concern whenever anyone starts, like, a Fanime interview show, they're like, oh, I don't want it to be too similar to Sandra interviews, but Fanimator interviews would not be too similar. Like,
well,
the
yes.
Sandra interviews is meant to be a joke. Like,
Right.
that's... Yeah.
Fanimator interviews would be informational.
You don't get any information out of Sandra interviews. You just get him
Informative,
farting.
That's the word I was looking for.
It's so true.
I don't know. I feel like the Magical Girls School one was probably the most informational.
Informative.
Or, yeah, informational. Wow.
You're stealing my made-up words. It's a worse word than periwinkle.
Oh my god.
I think
Okay, you know what?
is actually a word. But...
Let's stop and talk about periwinkle again. No. Okay, keep
it's
talking.
stupid.
Continue.
Carry on.
Keep talking. Continue.
Yeah, but I feel like yeah, they generally aren't educational and informative and crap, but the Magical Girl School one was because he actually told them stuff, like didn't watch TV.
Actually learned things about the character that
Yeah.
were significant.
Yeah.
Versus like silly stuff.
Yeah.
But I
And that was
think
before like Heroes episode. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god.
no, you're fine.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it was before Heroes episode 2, so it like got into like him being a guy because Sandor asked. So I don't know.
Oh
That
yeah,
was-
the funny thing about that, I genuinely didn't know the answer to the question. I was like rewatching Magical Girl School over and over again. And I'm like, what gender is Hero? They don't really make it clear. And I concluded that Hero was a girl, because Kiki refers to Hero as a she, when Kiki says she's got style, and Hero was wearing a dress. So that was the conclusion I came to. But I was wrong.
So Andor
Nice.
said it right.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Definitely there have been a lot more community-related videos lately, though, and it seems like they're going to be even more in the future. So that's always cool. Whether they're interviews or conspiracy theories, God forbid. Or what else we got? What else we got? Interviews, conspiracy theories.
Top
Yeah,
tens.
the Fanime
Top
theory,
10,
yeah,
top
top
10s.
10s.
Those don't exist at all right now. Funny thing, actually, I was gonna make those too. Fanime update. So many plans, so little results. Yeah, but
Oh.
nah, just got so much else going on. I never even have the time to think about sitting down and making a top 10. And by that I mean I'm too busy doing absolutely nothing, procrastinating things that I should be doing. Such as ending this video. I've been procrastinating that for about 25 minutes now.
Oh my god.
So if there's anything you guys want to mention last minute, now would be the time.
There's also Fanime reviews. That's all.
Good call. Yeah, Fanime reviews. Those aren't really a thing anymore. No one reviews Fanimes now.
Right. Well, I think that's because of what like Jay said before, that the community is really like easily offendable. So people are too scared to do it because they don't.
I
wanna offend
guess, but
someone.
like, I feel like at the same time it could be made to work because I gotta say
Yeah,
this
I
again.
think
I was
so.
also gonna do reviews on Fanime Update because I was gonna do everything. I think I said all this in like the first video I put on the channel too. But like my terms for it were gonna be I would only review shows that were like really old to a point where the creator already knows the things that are like wrong with it, or they've moved on since then, just kind of as a way to take a deeper look at what aspects make a Fanime work and what can be detrimental. And then I would do new shows if people asked me to or gave me permission. That way you wouldn't be accidentally offending anyone.
Right.
Right. The Fanime Reviews channel, though, done by, I think she went by Hinari, those were great, though. Like, I think those were really fair and, like, well done. Even when she
Right.
didn't like something, she still found good things to talk about, too. Like, I thought that was the best, like, that was the best Fanime Reviews I've seen on YouTube, basically.
Yeah, there have been a lot of attempts at making good Fanime reviews, and most of them they'll just make one video and then quit and never come back.
Yeah,
So
like
that was a really
Yeah.
nice channel that was around for a while. Did like probably upwards of 10 videos, and now it's kind of tapered off, and I don't know if it's coming back, and it's kind of sad. And pretty much we're just left with Let's Watches and like silly opinion pieces like this podcast where we talk about what we like.
Yes.
It would be nice to see some like real in-depth reviews on things, though.
Maybe give an
someday.
insight on other people's minds and their opinions and how they take it.
Yes.
Might not want
Yeah.
to do a rating system though. I've noticed that tends to piss people off, and like one person might be upset if their rating seems kind of low.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You never want to really weigh things against other things.
Yeah, especially if the
No.
creators of the things are watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in art, that's just never a good idea. unless
Right,
people
right.
ask for it.
Yeah, well, that's all I have to say.
Mhm.
All right. Anyone else? Anything? No.
Well, And then,
Nope, I'm
wraps
good.
it up.
Okay, well, on that note, it has been fun, and goodbye.
Bye bye.
Skinny tacos.
No, Evan!